To start out my speech, I'm going to go through all the things that I do in the morning to get ready, to eat, and I'm going to point out all of the items that are recyclable. So in the shower, I use shampoo and conditioner bottles. I use body wash, I use lotion, toothpaste, deodorant. I go in the kitchen and I use a milk jug, egg cartons, Ziploc bags. I go shopping and use water bottles and plastic bags, read the newspapers, magazines, and most people would just think whenever they're done, you throw them away. But I'm here to inform my audience today about all the benefits that recycling brings. So it's important to put extra effort in whenever you're disposing of your trash so that you can make a difference in your world. Okay. So most people view recycling as an inefficient process because it takes extra time and they don't see the benefits that are coming from it, and it's an unfamiliar process to them. So just the feel-good stuff about recycling, there's also things such as reducing pollution and saving natural resources. You're reducing global warming, you're encouraging environmental sustainability, you're doing a lot of good things by recycling. So to start off, we're going to talk about the process as a whole. Recycling is taking core materials from an old product and using that as the raw materials to make something new. So whenever you take an aluminum can, glass products from like spaghetti sauce or whatever, plastic bags, water bottles, papers, everything like that, when you recycle them, you're taking the materials out of this product and it's going into the production of a new product. So you're not having to make a new set of stuff for an aluminum can or something. It differs from reusing stuff in the fact that reusing, you're getting the same product out of it and it's the same one every time and it's just getting older every time you use it. Recycling is a brand new product. They're sold at stores. You can get recycled notebooks now in the school supply section. You can get products made from recycling. So why do some people oppose recycling? It takes a lot of time, or not a lot of time, but it takes extra time to sort out and clean out bottles and glasses and aluminum cans and stuff like that. And it's also dealing with trash, which people don't like to deal with because that's gross. And they don't want to go digging through their food products and stuff like that. So they just leave it alone, and some people are just unaware completely of the difference that they can make by recycling. So I'm going to read you guys some facts. Recycling, just in general, will make a huge impact. From 1960 to 2008, the amount of waste per person has doubled from 2.7 to 4.5 pounds a day. So I personally probably use like 10 pounds a day, but maybe some people use 4.5, whatever. They're making a lot of trash. It's increased, and that is more products that we're just disposing of. We're filling up our landfills with it when those items can be recycled. The U.S. goes through 100 billion plastic bags annually, and that takes an estimated 12 billion barrels of oil to produce these bags that we just throw them in the trash after we get our groceries out of them. Every year we make enough plastic film to shrink wrap the entire state of Texas. However, recycling 1 ton of this plastic saves 7.4 yards of landfill space. So taking that stuff, we can use our limited landfill space for more important things that can't be recycled, such as our food products. To produce each week's Sunday paper that we always read, takes 500,000 trees, but recycling just 1 ton of this paper, that would be a small amount of America's Sunday newspapers, saves 17 of those. And it's like planting 17 new trees. And Americans throw away enough glass bottles each year to fill up an entire World Trade Center or former World Trade Center. And just recycling one of those glass bottles or one of your glass products can light a single light bulb for 4 hours. So the way that recycling reduces pollution is you're taking those core materials out of your old product and it's going into a new product, so therefore you don't have to make those old materials anymore. You can use them, put them in a new product, so you're saving factory time and that's reducing pollution, and that's the less materials that are needed for future stuff. So less materials equals less pollution and, like I said, saving landfill space. Recycling also saves your natural resources by not using as many fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are non-renewable resources that we couldn't put back in our earth in our lifetime. They're going to take a long time to make. And anything that's electric, my hair dryer, strainer, anything that you use that causes electricity is burning our fossil fuels. And those factories that make all of our products that we should be recycling are taking our energy use, they're burning our fossil fuels. So therefore, if those factories don't have to be running as long and can take materials out of old things and put them into new stuff, we're saving energy and we're not wasting it anymore. And less factory time produces a lower global warming. Global warming's increase in temperature from greenhouse gases in the air, and that's mainly carbon dioxide that we're putting off through pollution forms. And if you make less products, then you don't have to have as much pollution. So it goes hand in hand. Humans can guide the Earth's lifetime, and we have to make the crucial change ourselves. It's not just going to curb on its own. We have to decrease our global warming problem. And the last thing it does is it encourages environmental sustainability. That means we're taking the stuff that we need right now and producing enough for everything that we need, but at the same time we are not depleting future resources, so that our future generation is going to be able to do the same things we do. They're still going to have oil. We're not going to have taken it all, the natural gas, coal, everything. They're going to have enough for themselves, but we're going to have everything we need at the same time, and that works in an energy balance. Our consumption has to equal our reproduction of it, and that equal thing, you have to do that to encourage our Earth to continue on. You can't use all of our resources. And recycling encourages that by we're reusing stuff, we're recycling it, we're reprocessing it as a whole, and we don't have to make as much. So, and that leads to a beautiful Earth. So to conclude on my speech, we just need to remember how much energy we use, and that we're just using tons and tons of energy to make all of our recyclable products, and it's just, we're using a non-renewable resource and we're using it endlessly. We're just doing it without consequences, and most people are unaware of all of the benefits that it will bring. But hopefully now that you know all the impacts that recycling can bring, you're going to start wanting to recycle and wanting to go out in the community and make a difference so that you can be the change that you want to see in the world. All right, thank you for listening. Do y'all have any questions?
No questions here.
Do you know where I would find recycling in Houston? My neighborhood doesn't do it.
Yes. I Googled in my research, and some of the top research pulled out, it was Houston materials. You can actually take your products in a bin like this. You can pick one up for there and they'll give them to you free. And what you do is you're gonna, put all your recyclables in it. You can take it, you just have to clean them out, no food products. But when you take your bin back when it's full, you don't have to separate or anything. All of them go in one box, and they will actually pay you. I mean, you're not going to be a millionaire or anything, but they'll give you money for doing the right thing and like recycling, and you'll be able to do all your stuff with that. So yeah, you can find that on the internet. Or also if you wanted to start something up in your neighborhood, I'm sure my neighborhood just started up a recycling thing where you don't know how to sort it or anything, someone else will do it for you, and then they will take it to a recycling center. But all that information is on the internet on that first page.
Thank you.
Yes.
How do you personally live a recyclable life?
Well, I do things now, such as this bag. Whenever I go to the grocery store, I have tons of A&M and Target bags and stuff like that, and they're the recyclable kind that you can take. They hold produce, everything, heavy jars, big boxes, whatever, and I reuse this every time versus getting a plastic bag like this and just coming home and throwing it away. It's taking up extra trash space, so yeah, I do that. And I also, whenever I'm like working out or on the go, I try not to grab water bottles unless it's really, really crucial that I do. And I have like cute thermoses that I can put stuff in and wash it out so I don't have to waste like that.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Well, I know recycling newspapers saves trees, but what about just wood itself? I mean, a lot of people, like we have a burn pile out here where we take wood and just burn it, and people in the country do that. I mean, can stuff like that be taken to a mill or reused in making new wood, new lumber?
I'm not sure. I'll have to get your email after this and follow up with you and research about that. I'm not sure how that process works.
It's not as convenient to recycle because it can be heavy or
yes.
what.
I'll have to research it and let you know.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody.